Hello and welcome to Rathods IAS Academy. Today in this session, we are going to see current affairs of 7th July 2024. So here I am taking daily edition of Hindu. So whichever edition you have, you can go through that, no problem. And one more thing I want to make it very clear is I am giving this Hindi analysis in two versions. So first one will be your English version as usual that I am continuing from last 6 years in this Rathods IAS Academy YouTube channel. And next one is recently I also started Telugu version. Okay, so don't confuse. So at any cost I will be posting two videos by evening at least. So I am trying to post this Hindu analysis in the morning session. So actually there is some clash which is coming up for my Hindu analysis time and as well as offline classes in our academy. So because of that, to manage both these things, sometimes it will be getting late. But students, please be one thing I want to be very specific is, so at any cost I will be posting this video by evening. So please do be consistent. So I am trying to maintain consistency even though in this busy schedule. So please try to follow that as well. I am expecting that same consistency from you students. So consistency is very important in this examination especially. So and even determination, dedication are also the things that we are expecting from you. Okay. So let's get started, and this is front page of your Hindu of Delhi edition. So the first important article here is Union Budget to be presented on July 23. So here the keyword is budget. Okay, what is the keyword here? Budget. So how we are taking this analysis? First, I want to give you a brief introduction regarding how we are going so that you will be getting some idea, right? So first of all, we are taking the article from our examination point of view and we will be reading title, and in this title we will be identifying the keyword. So after identifying the keyword, so we will be identifying the keyword. After identifying the keyword, we will be fitting this so and so keyword in our syllabus. For example, whether it is important from GS 1, 2, 3 or 4, and even which subject it is related to, and even we are going to see different dimensions. So actually UPSC is asking questions by interconnecting one subject with another subject. So if you are not having that practice of interconnection through this current affairs, and it will be very difficult guys to write mains answer and to clear your mains. So whatever analysis we are giving, that is exactly as per the demand of UPSC. And I can say strongly that is, if you follow our news analysis, you can easily clear your UPSC for sure. Okay, you have to see the different dimensions, and after seeing that, you have to see even your basics. So understanding the basic concepts is also very important, and even if you are seeing these basics, it will be helpful for your revision part. And after that, I will also giving you the mind maps wherever it is necessary so that it will be very useful. And not only mind maps, I am trying to give you some images and as well as maps, and even I will be trying to provide you the videos. But if I play any videos, we will be getting copyright strike on our YouTube videos. So because of that, we are not using as of now. So we will be coming up with an alternative for that copyright strike, so that it will be making you much understanding, right? And also I will be giving you prelims and mains practice questions at the end of that so and so article, so that you will be also getting a practice. So if you read in this way, you will be correcting with the what is there in the current affairs with your status syllabus, and you can understand the situation the better. And if you read current affairs on the daily basis, then you can understand what is happening in the surroundings, and you will be well connected with the society. So because already you know that human is a social man, and if you want to become a civil servant, you should be further still more social man. You have to be connected with the society ethically, emotionally, morally, whatever it may be, right? So this is the way to read your current affairs. And one more thing is, if you're watching our analysis for the first time, and if you're new to our Rathods IAS Academy, so you can subscribe to our channel so that you can get much more interesting videos in the future. And every day we'll be doing this news analysis without any fail. Okay, so now let us get into the topic. So this topic is talking about budget. So this budget is very important, and you can get prelims and mains questions directly in your UPSC from this budget topic. So where we can fit this article from GS paper to everyone. If you see budget, budget is nothing but it is related to money. So money will be coming under GS paper 3 under our economy, right? economy, and even we will be studying about this budget as a separate chapter in your GS foundation. And apart from that, even we can connect this topic with the GS paper 2 under polity and governance. So how polity and governance? So actually this word budget is not present in your constitution directly, but there is one article, Article 112 of our Indian Constitution talks about annual financial statement. It is nothing but budget, but this word budget is not there directly in our constitution. So in this way also you can get question. And here from this polity and governance point of view, you have to see what is the process of passing of this budget. And even in this passing of budget, you will be coming across different motions. So what are those motions? Different types of motions. So all these things that you have to see from this article point of view. And one more thing here is you can see like how much is allocated for which department. That is not like, I'm not saying like you have to remember the facts, but you have to see for which schemes they are focusing on, especially in this budget, whether they are focusing on policy making or not. Okay, or there are like some steps they are taken for the implementation of so and so scheme or not. So they are going for revival of that scheme or not. So here you will be getting good number of schemes, guys. You have to focus on that schemes, and whichever schemes you are getting in this budget or budget speech, you can get directly question in your prelims and as well as in your mains. So actually now, why this budget is in news? So recently our new government came into picture, right? So recently general elections happened and new government formed. So now government is coalition government. Clear? So now we have the new government. So earlier whatever the budget they placed in the house is called as interim budget. Interim budget is not a full budget. But now after formation of government, now we are going to have the full budget. So this is the thing that you have to remember once again. So these are some important facts that you have to know regarding this topic from your examination point of view. And now let us see the notes part. So in this notes, one thing I want to make it very clear. So each and every word, each and every line is not at all important. So only we have to grasp or we have to hunt for the important points which are very strong that we can write directly in your answers. So for that, I am giving you summary and as well as I am giving you the key points. So if you remember these key points, it is more than enough, and these key points you can directly write in your answer so that you can include very important keywords in your answer. So that keywords will gain you better marks in your mains. So that's the thing, no YouTube channel is focusing on that key points, but we are focusing on that key points and as well as key insights in that article. So just I'm giving you 5 to 7 important points that you can take from that article, and that keywords you can directly write in your answer. So that is the importance of this Rathods IAS Academy's news analysis. Okay, now let us see the summary. Summary says that union budget for this year 2024 to 2025, that will be presented on July 23rd. So what is the date? July 23rd. And they are focusing on policies and as well as reforms in our governance system. Okay, so this is the summary, what this article is talking as overall. So now if you see the key points, so first one is they said about the significant date. They are going to introduce this budget on which date? July 23. Okay, July 23, they are going for presentation of union budget, and they want to set the financial agenda for next 1 year. So in which schemes they want to implement and what they want to do, how they want to improve the development, growth of the country, how they can improve the GDP of the country. So for the next 1 year, what is the financial agenda? So they are going to present on 23rd of July. And especially this vision, so this budget is focusing on futuristic vision. Especially they are focusing on policies, and especially they are focusing on the futuristic vision, and especially they are going to take some major economic decisions. And next one is, so even they are going to have this parliamentary approval. So whenever this budget is going to be passed, so first of all they will be introduced in one house, and after introducing in the one house, they will go for discussion, debates and voting. And if it is passed in first house, and it will be placed in the second house, and second house also debate, discussion as well as voting, and finally that will be passed, right? So here they are going to have the sessions. So whenever the budget is introduced, and in this budget, whenever we are going for discussions, debates, that session is called as budget session. Okay, which session is that? Budget session. And in this budget session, they will be discussing each and every aspects of budget, where they want to invest, so where they will be getting revenue, everything. And there will be the approval of budget proposals which happens in this session. And next one is, if you see who is a key presenter of this budget, our finance minister, our union finance minister. Who is she? Nirmala Sitharaman. She will be presenting the budget, and she will be highlights about what are the economic strategies of the government, what are the plans of the government for next 1 year in the house. And next one is, this session is also focusing on increasing of reforms, accelerate reforms to meet aspirations of the people, and also they will be focusing on improving of economic growth as well. Okay, that's the thing. And if you see about some basic facts regarding this budget, as I said, Article 112 talks about annual financial statement. Okay, it's talking about what? Annual financial statement. So it is nothing but the union budget. Okay, it is nothing but union budget. But directly this word budget is not there in our constitution, should not be confused. So UPSC will be asking you, yes, this word budget is present in the constitution. No, it is not at all present. It is annual financial statement, and the article 112 is present in our constitution, right? So what does this contains? It contains a detailed account of estimated receipts, that means revenue, and estimated expenditure of the government for particular financial year. So for the next 1 year, so from where they are getting revenues and from where they are spending, in which areas, that statement is called as, that details are called as our budget. And if you're talking about the process of budget processing in India, so we have four methods, or like 4 steps. So first one is budget formulation. Yes, if you want to introduce this budget, first we need to get some estimates from different departments. For example, we are taking education ministry, so which schemes you are having. For example, finance ministry, which schemes you are having. So for which scheme, how much they want money, and what were the advantages and disadvantages, if they want to get more money or not compared to that of last year. So if they want to remove that scheme or not. So if they want to allocate less amount of funds for that or not. So they will be getting some estimates of expenditure or and also receipts. So that is the first thing. First they will be formulate this budget. And after the first step is done, so they will go for budget enactment. So budget enactment is nothing but that budget is placed in the houses, and they will get the permission for implementing of that or getting that number of funds. Okay, so that is called as financial bill and appropriation bill. They will be getting permission from legislation. Legislation nothing but parliament. And next one is budget execution. So after once enactment is done, so they will be getting the execution in the form of finance act, and as well as appropriation act by government. And next one is legislative review. So after once they are getting, so there will be audit of government's financial operations. So these are the 4 important steps in this budget processing in India. Clear? Okay. Now I want to give you some important details regarding this government budget, and you have to draw this diagram for sure. So our government budget includes 2 components. First one will be revenue budget, second one is capital budget. So revenue means the money they are getting. So in this revenue also we have revenue receipts, from where we are getting money, and next one is revenue expenditure, so where we are spending that money. So first one is revenue, where we are getting tax and as well as non-tax revenues. And here in this revenue expenditure we have planned expenditure and also non-planned expenditure. And we have capital. Capital means nothing but assets we have. So from the assets also we will be getting some money, and for getting new assets we have to spend some money, right? So first one is capital receipts and next one is capital expenditure. So in this capital expenditure we have 2 types again, planned and non-planned. So this diagram is very important, so please make a note of this flow chart for sure. Okay, try to ensure that you are doing this flow chart in your book. And now let us see some prelims and mains practice questions, guys. So first one is, which of the following is not a component of revenue budget? So first one is tax revenues, next one is non-tax revenues, borrowings, and as well as grant in aid. So tell me which is the not part of revenue budget. Okay. Next, I want to give you one mains question, that is union budget is not just statement of receipts and as well as expenditure, but a policy document. Discuss the statement in light of recent budget. So here this question is saying that the budget is not just a statement which is including receipts and as well as expenditure, but it is a policy document. So you have to give some examples that yes, it is not just receipts and as well as expenditure, it is what? Policy document. So you have to write an answer for this question. Okay, now let us see the next topic. Let us go to our Hindu page. Yes, in this front page there is nothing much important, and in this Delhi page also there is nothing much important. And let us go to this page, states page. So in this states page also I didn't get anything much important, but I want to explain about this topic. It is very, very important. It is talking about India to be global leader in law education, says Attorney General. So here the keyword is, the first one is law education, second one is about Attorney General. So these two are very important keywords. Okay, let us see this article in detail. So first of all, let us see the summary and as well as insights, and later on we are going to see our basics regarding Attorney General. Because regarding Attorney General of India and Solicitor General of India, in 2022 UPSC asked prelims question directly. Okay, so because of that, that is very important. Okay, now let us see this article in detail. Okay, first let us see the keywords. So first one is, it is talking about law education, and second keyword is Attorney General of India. Attorney General of India. So you can revise your economy notes after half an hour. I'll give you the paper. Okay, if you are saying this education, so it comes under your higher education, right? So actually we can connect this topic with GS paper 2 under education. In GS paper under governance we have this topic of education. So especially in education we have different levels. We have primary education, we have secondary education, we have like higher education. So in higher education you will be coming about graduation, degree or BTech or PG or PhD. So all these are examples. So actually now especially we are facing problem in our higher education. So in our higher education there are many problems. You have to refer this topic from what are the problems in our higher education and what are the measures we can take to address this issue in higher education, right? And if you go to here, so here in this Attorney General from GS paper 2 in your polity, especially you will be reading about executive, right, and legislature. So from that here Attorney General is also one of the important part, right? So here you have to see which are the articles dealing with this Attorney General and who is this Attorney General and what are the roles and responsibilities of this person. So all these are the different dimensions that you have to see. Okay, so this is very, very important topic, and especially you can get a question directly from this Attorney General from both your prelims and as well as mains point of view. Clear about dimensions? Okay, now let us see this article in detail. So article says that India's legal education system, that is nothing but law education system, is praised by Attorney General, and he said that India is a global leader in law education. So you can use this kind of statements which are given by the famous personalities directly in your answer. So recently Attorney General said that yes, India is a global leader in law education. So in that way you can support your arguments in your mains answer. So these are the things that you have to focus. And if you see the key insights which are given, so the first important point that you can get here is India is a global leader in law education, because our Attorney General, he himself is saying that India is having a very good potential to become a global leader in this law education, because in other countries like US and Europe, they are having their own challenges, But India is leading in this global education, especially in this law sector. So that is the thing which mainly said by this Attorney General. And next one is the role of law schools. So law schools are very essential laboratories of law, and these schools, they will shape the future of legal professions, and they will contribute to the cultural wealth of India. Okay, so because of that, these law schools are very important. So this is the thing which mainly said. And this one is even what happened, we are incorporating Urdu in this law education. So because of this, whenever we are incorporating some mother tongue or like regional language, then what happened, the people, they can be understanding much more better, so that we can get maximum outcome. Okay, so it will be a valuable asset, so that we can enhance cultural diversity and as well as richness of India's legal landscape. And next one is, our Attorney General is also saying that it is one of the historical milestone, because we recently inaugurated Court Hall at Munnu Law School, which marks a significant movement in our Indian history. And next one is, we are also coming up with new programs in this Munnu Law School, so that here especially students, they will be getting wide range of opportunities to pursue legal education. So that's the thing which mainly said. And if you're focusing on Attorney General of India, so even in our constitution, there are some articles which talks about this Attorney General of India, right? So, and we also call him as the highest legal officer or the law officer of our country. And directly there are some articles which talks about Attorney General of India. So we are calling it as a constitutional body. And this Attorney General of India, he will be acting as a chief legal advisor to union government, so this person will be addressing or will be giving some suggestions to central government regarding the legal matters. And next one is, Attorney General is also the primary lawyer of the central government, and even we can say, so this person is a legal representative of Supreme Court of India and as well as high courts. So if you're talking about the importance of this Attorney General, so Attorney General of India is part of Union Executive. So he is part of Union Executive. So Union Executive consists of whom? The President, Vice President, Prime Minister, Council of Minister, and as well as Attorney General of India. Okay, so this is a thing that you have to focus. And if you're talking about the important articles related to Attorney General of India, so we have Article 76, we have Article 88, we have Article 105. Article 76, which directly talks about Attorney General of India, and Article 88 talks about rights of Attorney General with respect to the House of Parliament and also its committees. And Article 105 talks about powers, privileges, and immunities of Attorney General. So why I'm talking about these articles? So is there any need to remember these articles? So I'm not saying to remember each and every article in our constitution, but if there is any topic which is in news, at least you have to know the related articles. Why? Because in writing introduction, you have to use articles in introduction. That will give the good effective introduction. Okay, so for that it is very important. And now let us see the another question, which is practice questions that I gave. Who appoints Attorney General of India? It is very important. So option A is Prime Minister, option B is President, option C is Chief Justice of India, and option D is Parliament. So tell me, who is going to appoint this Attorney General of India out of these four? So please let me know in the comment box. Don't forget. And now there is one more prelims question, guys. So see this also. What is the legal term of office for Attorney General of India? So in this way also you can get the question. Okay. So option A is 5 years, option B is 6 years, option C is till pleasure of the president, and option D is the till the pleasure of prime minister. So you have to see the tenure of this Attorney General of India. And next one is, I want to give you one main question, guys. Question is, the Attorney General is considered the chief legal advisor to the government of India. So in this context, analyze the significance of this position in the policy making process. So try to answer this question for sure. And now let us see one important article that appeared in our today's Hindu newspaper is, DRDO unveils country's indigenous light tank Joravar. So you can see in this image, so this is tank Joravar. So especially it is very important for border management from our defense point of view. Okay, so here I want to give you one summary, and recently yesterday's news analysis also we discussed that yes, India became self-sufficient in this defense. And if you're comparing with the last year, so there is 16% of increasing of production of defense products in our country. And even we started exporting the defense equipment to other countries also, right? So in this context, you have to know about what is a tank Zorawar and how it will be helpful for improving of our defense system in our country. And if you see the summary, it says that DRDO unveils indigenous light tank Zorawar for army by 2027. So we are going to have our indigenous. Indigenous means nothing but made in India. Indigenous is nothing but made in India tank for army, and the target year is 2027. And if you're talking about some key points which are given in this article, so first one is, so it is a collaboration project between whom and whom? DRDO and as well as Larsen. So DRDO and Larsen, they had collaboration, they had partnership in this defense technology development, and especially we are focusing on strategic partnership, and especially we are focusing on planning for excellent border defense with this tank system. And especially here it is very important because it is one of the development. It indicates we are efficiently focusing on project management and as well as execution, and the decision to develop this new engine domestically, which reflects towards self-reliance in defense system. Okay, so it is one of the important point we can see. And especially we are doing some test for testing its efficiency, etc. And this one is, we are also including micro, small and medium enterprises in this system development, so that we can also create employment opportunities, and that will further leads to our economic development. And even this decision which also prioritize domestic engine development with this Make in India initiative also. So because of this, we can also achieve this target of self-sufficient India, especially in this sector of defense. And we can also export the more equipment to other countries if once we are getting self-sufficient. Clear? And if you're talking about some features of this thing, okay, so here you have to see, so this tank which is mainly used in different terrain, like either it can be used in the plain areas, or it can be used in the mountainous region, or even the high latitude or altitude areas we can use this. And next one is, it can be easily transportable for rapid deployment, and as well as especially in our whatever situation we have, we can use this. And you can see how it is, the tank, how it is. And this one is, one more important thing that you have to focus is, so this tank which is having very advanced and as well as very modern technology. So first one is, we are also having artificial intelligence here, and we have drone integration, and as well as we have high degree of situation awareness, and as well as it is also having very good operational capability as well. And if you see the weight here, it is less than 25 tons with high power to weight ratio, and is having a very superior fire power and as well as protection. So these are the some important characteristics of this tank you can see here. Okay, and let us see our Delhi paper. Yes, here you can see one more important article, that is fourth case of amoebic infection surfaces in Kerala. It is talking about fourth case of amoebic infection surfaces in Kerala. So actually recently we know that meningoencephalitis. So what is the keyword here? Meningoencephalitis. Okay, so it is a one disease. You know that our brain is protected in meninges. So what happened here is, I want to tell you the story, what happened. So one small boy, he will be around 9 to 11 years of age. So he went for swimming in most infected tank or like small pond area. So because of that, what happened, you know, from nose, so this amoeba which had entered into his brain, and his meninges got affected. So because of this affecting or infection in his meninges by this amoeba, that led to this condition called as meningoencephalitis, and finally that boy had lost his life. So the same way here, four more children, they had been affected with this meningoencephalitis, and now in this Kerala, so we have this fourth case of amoebic infection. Okay, so here you have to focus on what is this meningoencephalitis. Okay, what are the dimensions you have to see? So you have to see what is this meningoencephalitis, what are the signs and symptoms, what are the signs and symptoms, and what is the treatment, and how we can diagnose this disease. So these are very important, and you can get questions from your science and technology from GS paper 3 regarding this disease. Clear? Okay. Now let us see some more important articles. Okay. So there are nothing much important. Again, there's Assam floods article which is going on daily. So I said about this DRDO's vehicle, that is Joravar. Okay, now let us see this science page. So in this science page, there are very good number of articles which are relevant from our examination point of view. Let us see one by one. Okay, first let us see this article. AI comes into the rescue of elephants. So this article is very important because you know that there is increasing of animal conflict, human-animal conflict. There is increase of human-animal conflict, or we can also call as man-animal conflict. Okay, so even there are many number of cases before the Supreme Court also which are related to this human-animal conflict, right? So this article is important from GS paper 3 under environment and ecology. So here you have to see what are the reasons. Okay, what are the reasons why these animals are coming outside? So whenever they are coming outside of their habitat, they will be having this type of human-animal conflict. Especially if you see about elephants, elephants are called as jumbos because of their size. So elephants, they will be moving from one place to another place. So whenever they are moving, they are frequently coming across this railway accidents. So they are hit by these railways normally. Because of this, there is increased number of death of these elephants that we can see. So here in this context, you have to understand what are the measures can be taken. What are the measures can be taken to decrease this type of human-animal conflict, especially to decrease this human-animal conflict of elephants. So we have one program called as Plan B. So in this Plan B, especially Assam state government wants to create a B sound whenever elephants are coming near this, so that actually elephants, they are having fear of this bees and they'll be moving away. So this is the one Plan B. So apart from this article is saying about we can use artificial intelligence. We can use artificial intelligence to decrease this animal conflict. Okay, and to decrease especially railway accidents of these elephants. And this article is very important. Okay, from your science and technology point of view, from GS paper 3, and even from environment and ecology from GS paper 3 point of view. Clear? Okay, now let us see this article in detail. So this article says that we can use artificial intelligence technology to protect endangered elephants. How? We can detect the movement of these animals whenever they are coming near railway tracks. So we can alert the train drivers to reduce the speed of the train. Okay, so because of this, we can decrease at least some rate of conflict. So what are the key points here? So elephant population in India is endangered because of decreasing of habitation size, because of habitat destruction, and because of human conflicts. That is leading to genetic bottlenecks and as well as reducing of fitness of herds. So actually there is decreasing of number of elephants because of this human-animal conflicts. So especially because of electrocution, especially farmers, they will be they want to protect their produce, their farms, etc. so that they will be having electric fences. So whenever animals are coming and whenever they are touching these electric lines, they will be get electrocution and they are losing their life. And even railway accidents is also second important common reason for the increasing of elephant deaths. So that is the one thing. And especially we will be using train triggered warning centers. So they will be having some flashlights and bell sounds, so that will be decreasing animal train collisions. Okay, especially we can use some animals also, so that we can decrease at least some rate or some number of this train accidents. And next one is we are also having this wildlife corridors, and as well as we have some lands that will provide safe migration routes for elephants, so that we can also mitigate this human animal conflict. And next one is we can use this AI based Gujarat system. So it is very important, you have to make a note of this. So we can use this AI based Gujarat system. So this system which uses geophonic sensors, and they will be using some optic fiber cables. So by using this system, they can easily detect elephant vibrations near railway tracks, and they will be also alerting locomotive drivers, and actually they want to reduce the speed of trains. Okay, so we can use this AI based Gajra system. So if time permits, I will be taking this type of some small data, and I can make some shorts, so that you will be getting updated with this type of new systems that you can directly use in your mains answers. So actually this Gujarat system is operational in Alipurdur area of northwestern Bengal region, and especially they want to prevent this accidents, and they want to protect this endangered elephants in their region. So you can use this type of examples as a value addition in your answers and as well as in your essay. So you have to remember this AI based Gujarat system whenever you are talking about how to reduce this animal human conflict. Clear? Okay, now let us move to our Hindu paper. So here there are other articles. So let us see this first. So title says hepatitis A vaccination will be cost effective in Kerala, say study. So here again it is talking about one more disease. It is hepatitis. And if I am not wrong, in 2019 there was a question regarding hepatitis B. So in this hepatitis we have different kinds. Okay, first of all I want to let you know what is this hepatitis. Hepatitis, it is related to liver. Okay, so hepatitis is caused by again a virus, hepatitis virus. So in this we have hepatitis A, hepatitis B, C, D and as well as E. And most deadly is B and as well as C are very deadly. And this article is talking about hepatitis A. So whenever you are getting any disease, you need to know some dimensions. What is this disease and which organ it is affecting, and you have to see which organism it is, like whether it is bacteria or virus or amoeba or parasite, etc. So here you will be confusing. And next you have to see whether vaccine is there or not for this disease, and what are the routes of transmission, how the transmission is happening, what are the routes, and you have to see what are the signs and symptoms and also treatment plan. So all these are the important dimensions that you have to see from this article point of view. And this topic, it is important from your science and technology, which comes in the GS paper 3, where you will be studying about diseases. In this diseases, we have communicable and non-communicable. So here we will be seeing about this topic exactly. Okay, now let us see this article. So summary of this article says that hepatitis A vaccination in Kerala is cost effective for children and as well as adolescents. And whenever we are giving this hepatitis A vaccine, then it will be saving the millions in the treatment cost. So once you get hepatitis, it is very difficult to treat that. And if you're taking like chronic treatment also, you can't even come out of this hepatitis. So because of this, actually government started giving vaccination of hepatitis to children, especially for the age between 1 month to 1.5 years. So government is giving this hepatitis vaccine, and this vaccine is given for free under this mission Indradhanush. Okay, under this mission Indradhanush. Okay, clear? So this is very important. And if you're talking about this article, it is giving some key highlights. Vaccination against this hepatitis A is very important, so that we can reduce the incidence rates of this disease in the future. And next one is it is also very cost effective. So giving vaccination is very cost than compared to that after getting disease. If you want to get the treatment, it will be having impact on your health, impact on your finance, impact on your family, society, every way you will be having negative impact. So that rather than this, you can go for taking vaccine. And especially there is recently outbreaks in Kerala which is happening, so that they are focusing on how to improve this vaccination rate in this Kerala. Okay, so that is the thing which mainly said here. And apart from that, if you see this image, so I want to show you about what this hepatitis is. So you can see this is the virus which is looking similar compared to that of COVID-19, right? So it is round color shape and they are having like ball like things around the surface. It is similar like COVID-19, and this hepatitis A, B, C, D and E. So they are mainly caused by this 5 type of virus. So virus is called as hepatitis A virus, hepatitis B virus, C virus, D virus and E virus. Okay, so they cause inflammation of your liver. Okay, they cause inflammation, redness, swelling of your liver, and especially hepatitis B and C cases will be 400 million cases every year. And because of this, we can see the gradual death of the people will be also happening. And especially 90% of hepatitis C patient can be healed within 3 to 6 months of time, but B is very difficult, guys. And if you're talking about this hepatitis A and E, so they are mainly spreading because of lack of proper hygiene. So because of contamination of water and because of substandard sanitary facilities. And hepatitis B, C and D, they will be transmitted through blood or sperm or any other body fluids. Okay, so these are some important things that you have to know regarding this topic. And hepatitis C is very, very dangerous. Hepatitis B and C. And if you see the practice questions here, so which of the following is a primary mode of transmission of hepatitis A? Hepatitis A. So please tell me the answer. And this one is hepatitis A is caused by bacteria, virus, fungi and protozoa. Which is the answer? It is very simple, right? So please let me know the answer. And I want to give you one mains question. Evaluate the public health strategies employed in India to control and prevent hepatitis A outbreaks, and what are the challenges and successes. So in this way you can get your mains question for sure, guys. So you have to focus on this way. And let us see the next topic. Okay, so here you can see a small article. It is about replanted mangroves store 75% as much carbon. So the keywords are two here. So first one is carbon sequestration. First word is carbon sequestration, and the second word is mangroves. So if you're talking about this mangroves, so from GS paper 1, you have to see map of this mangroves, so where they are located. So in 2016, there was question your UPSC prelims about the locations of mangroves directly. So you have to see the map and you have to locate where these mangroves are present exactly. And you have to see from GS paper 3 what are the services provided by this mangroves, and also you have to see what are the important features. So where is the habitat of this mangroves located? And this carbon sequestration is very important from GS paper 3, because now we are talking about climate change, environmental impact, etc. So from that point of view, you have to know like how you're absorbing carbon. Okay, so that is the thing you have to focus. And now let us see this article in detail. So summary says that replanted, whenever we go for replanting of this mangroves, so this replanted mangroves, they can store 75% of as much carbon as natural mangroves they absorb. So in the same way, so whenever natural mangroves are absorbing carbon, in the same way whenever you're going for this replanted mangroves also, they have the capability to absorb 75% of carbon dioxide. Okay, so here whenever you are writing an answer regarding carbon sequestration, how to absorb the carbon, yes, you can write about this article as a case study. We can use this replanted mangroves. They also have highly efficient. And if you see some key points, this replanted mangroves, they show promising carbon storage potential. They have carbon storage potential, and also they can effectively combat climate change. And especially we can invest on this mangrove ecosystem and as well as rehabilitation also, so that in this way also we can reduce this greenhouse gas emissions. And they also play a very important role in this climate change, so we can decrease this climate change or decrease emissions by this mangroves, and even it can focus on this blue economy. Okay, so that is the thing that you have to focus. And what are these mangroves? So they are unique type of coastal ecosystem. They are mainly seen in tropical and as well as subtropical regions, and they are very dense forest and they are salt tolerant. Okay, it is very important. And if you're talking about mangrove covers in India, so as per the report, that is the State Forest Report 2021, so it is saying that around 4,992 square kilometers of mangroves are there in our total geographical area. And example is Sundarbans in West Bengal, and it is one of the largest mangrove forests in India. Apart from that, in some areas like Andaman region, Kutch region, Gujarat region also, we have this mangrove cover. So I want to show you map. So here we have in this coastal regions also we have this mangroves. Okay, so these are the very important topics that appeared in our today's Hindu newspaper. And at last, I want to make a small announcement. We in Rathods IES, we came up with this current affairs advanced course. Current affairs advanced. So in this advanced course, you will be getting daily one PDF. Apart from Hindu, that PDF you are providing, you will be getting one advanced PDF where other sources will be also referred, and you will be getting around 10 to 12 articles every day. And next one is you will be getting weekly compilation of current affairs, and next one is monthly compilation of current affairs, and weekly you will be having one prelims practice test on current affairs, prelims test. And apart from that, you will be having weekly one live session where we will be discussing the roundup of that week current affairs, and monthly you will be having monthly compilation as well as monthly one prelims revision test. Okay, and I am also going to provide you the answers for the mains questions that I gave here. You will be getting the question answers PDF there itself. So in this way, this course will be very helpful. You will be covering your current affairs and you will be staying updated with the current affairs. You will be having live class, prelims test on weekly and as well as monthly, and as well as you will be getting answers for the mains questions also. So the cost of this course is just 3,500 rupees for 1 year. So you can directly purchase this course in our app. The link of that app is given in the description box. So please download the app and you can take this course. This will be at most useful to clear your prelims and as well as mains. That's all guys. I hope you enjoyed this class. So by this I'm concluding, and please do like this video and as well as share this video to your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to Rathods IAS Academy. And thank you so much and keep watching.